When most people think of military operations, they picture large-scale invasions, naval fleets, or aerial bombardments. But some of the most critical missions in modern warfare happen in complete silence, carried out by small teams of the world's most highly trained soldiers. These are special forces operations, the precision instruments of military power that operate in the shadows, often determining the outcome of conflicts before the public even knows a battle has begun. Welcome to MythicVista. Today we're exploring the world of special forces operations, who these elite warriors are, how they're selected and trained, the missions they undertake, and why they've become indispensable in modern warfare. Special forces, also known as Special Operations Forces, or SOF, are military units trained to conduct specialized, high-risk missions that conventional forces aren't equipped to handle. These operations require exceptional physical conditioning, advanced tactical skills, mental resilience, and the ability to operate independently in hostile environments with minimal support. Unlike conventional military units numbering in the hundreds or thousands, Special Forces teams typically operate in small groups of 4 to 12 operators. This small footprint allows them to move quickly, remain undetected, and adapt rapidly to changing circumstances. Every major military power maintains Special Forces units. The United States has Navy SEALs, Army Green Berets, Delta Force, and Rangers. Britain operates the SAS and Special Boat Service. Russia has Spetsnaz units. Israel deploys Sayeret Matkal and Shayetet 13. Each nation's forces have unique specializations, but all share common traits: elite selection, intensive training, and missions demanding absolute excellence. Becoming a Special Forces operator is one of the most difficult achievements in military service. The selection process is deliberately brutal, designed to identify individuals with extraordinary mental fortitude. U.S. Navy SEAL candidates complete basic underwater DEMOLITION/SEAL training, lasting approximately 6 months. The most infamous portion is Hell Week, 5.5 days where candidates receive about 4 hours of total sleep while running over 200 miles and conducting constant physical training in cold ocean water. The attrition rate often exceeds 70%. The British SAS selection is equally demanding. Candidates endure weeks of long-distance marches across the Brecon Beacons Mountains in Wales, carrying increasingly heavy packs and meeting strict time requirements. The final endurance exercise requires covering 40 miles across mountainous terrain with a 55-pound pack in under 20 hours. Physical capability is just the entry requirement. Selectors seek the ability to stay calm under pressure, think clearly when exhausted, work effectively in teams, and never quit. Many physically fit candidates fail because they lack the psychological resilience required. Once selected, operators undergo years of intensive training. Combat skills form the foundation: advanced marksmanship, close quarters battle, hand-to-hand combat, and small unit tactics. They practice room clearing and hostage rescue until actions become automatic. But operators are far more than shooters. They're trained in advanced field medicine to paramedic levels, allowing them to treat severe injuries without immediate evacuation. They learn multiple foreign languages and study cultural dynamics, understanding that mission success often depends on navigating local politics as much as tactical prowess. Technical skills include advanced communications, demolitions, advanced driving, maritime operations with combat diving, high-altitude parachuting, and survival training for operating behind enemy lines. Many operators specialize further as intelligence analysts, medics, explosives experts, or snipers, allowing small teams to be self-sufficient for extended periods. Special Forces conduct diverse mission types, each requiring different capabilities. Direct action missions are short-duration strikes against high-value targets, raids to capture or kill enemy leaders, hostage rescues, facility seizures, and precision strikes against critical infrastructure. The 2011 raid that killed Osama bin Laden exemplifies direct action. Special reconnaissance involves covertly gathering intelligence in enemy territory. Small teams infiltrate hostile areas, establish observation posts, and collect information on enemy movements and capabilities. These missions can last weeks, with operators remaining undetected in harsh conditions. The intelligence gathered shapes broader military strategy and prevents ambushes. Unconventional warfare involves working with resistance movements or indigenous forces in enemy territory. During World War II, Allied operators parachuted behind German lines to organize partisan fighters. Today, this might involve training Allied militias or enabling indigenous forces to conduct operations, allowing small numbers of operators to achieve strategic impact. Counterterrorism operations focus on preventing or responding to terrorist activities, gathering intelligence on networks, conducting raids to disrupt plots, rescuing hostages, and targeting terrorist leaders. These missions require extreme precision to avoid civilian casualties. Foreign internal defense involves training foreign military forces to improve their capabilities. Special forces spend significant time building partner capacity, teaching everything from basic infantry skills to advanced counterinsurgency tactics. When a mission is ordered, extensive planning precedes execution. Intelligence analysts compile information from satellites, signals intelligence, and human sources. Operators study maps and imagery, memorizing every detail. They rehearse repeatedly, building full-scale mock-ups when possible, practicing until every team member knows their role perfectly. Teams run through missions dozens of times, accounting for contingencies, being discovered prematurely, taking casualties, targets not matching intelligence, or unexpected resistance. Insertion methods vary by mission. Teams might infiltrate by helicopter, fast roping onto rooftops, or being dropped miles away. They might parachute from high altitude, using oxygen and navigation equipment to glide dozens of miles. Maritime operations involve submarine insertion, swimming ashore with closed-circuit rebreathers, or approaching by small boat. Sometimes operators simply drive or walk in, blending with locals. During operations, communication is minimal and disciplined. Teams use hand signals when possible, maintain constant awareness of positions, and move with purpose but without haste. Modern operations leverage advanced technology. Night vision devices turn darkness into an advantage. Encrypted communications enable secure coordination. Drones provide real-time reconnaissance. Teams employ explosive breaching charges, signal jamming devices, and biometric collection tools. But technology is only a tool. The human element remains paramount. Operators make split-second decisions with incomplete information where mistakes could mean mission failure or death. Individual judgment and training cannot be replaced by equipment. The life of a special forces operator is extraordinarily demanding. These warriors spend much of their careers deployed to conflict zones for months at a time with minimal family communication. The constant deployment cycle strains relationships, with divorce rates significantly higher than conventional forces. The psychological toll is equally significant. Operators experience traumatic events most cannot imagine. Watching teammates die, making life or death decisions instantly, taking lives in combat. Many struggle with post-traumatic stress, though warrior culture sometimes discourages seeking help. Progressive units now address mental health more openly. Recognizing psychological resilience requires intentional maintenance. There's also the burden of secrecy. Many operations remain classified for decades. Operators cannot discuss experiences with family or friends. They carry the weight largely in silence. Despite these costs, most operators speak of their service with profound pride. They understand their missions, though unseen, have strategic importance. A single operation might prevent a terrorist attack, locate high-value targets, or train allied forces that successfully defend their country. Special forces roles have expanded dramatically in the 21st century. After September 11th, these units went from rarely deployed specialists to forces in almost constant global operation. They've conducted thousands of missions in Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, and numerous other countries, achieving objectives that would have required significantly larger conventional forces. This increased tempo brings challenges. Concerns exist about overuse, with arguments that special forces are being asked to do too much, leading to burnout and increased casualties. Looking forward, special forces face evolving challenges. Near-peer competitors like China and Russia possess sophisticated capabilities, making operations in denied areas more difficult. Cyber warfare adds new dimensions, with some units now including cyber operators. Proliferating surveillance technology, satellites, sensors, AI-powered analysis, makes remaining undetected increasingly challenging. New technologies also offer opportunities. Autonomous systems might support operations, carrying supplies or providing reconnaissance. Advanced materials make equipment lighter and more effective. Biotechnology might enhance operator performance and recovery. Special Forces operations represent warfare at its most precise and demanding. These elite units allow nations to project power with minimal footprint, achieve strategic objectives without large-scale conflict, respond rapidly to emerging threats, and build capable partner forces worldwide. The operators serving in these units are extraordinary individuals, selected from the best their services offer and forged through years of demanding training into the most capable soldiers in the world. They operate in shadows not for glory, but because the mission requires it. As warfare evolves, becoming more complex and diffuse, Special Forces' importance will likely only grow. These warriors provide national leaders with options between diplomacy and conventional war, allowing precise responses to threats in an uncertain world. The next time you hear about a successful hostage rescue, a captured terrorist leader, or a prevented attack, know that behind that success stands a small team of special operators who planned meticulously, trained endlessly, and executed flawlessly under unimaginable conditions. They are the tip of the spear, the silent professionals, the elite warriors operating in shadows so others can live in light. This has been MythicVista. If you enjoyed this deep dive, subscribe and hit that notification bell for more content exploring extraordinary military stories. Thanks for watching.